Here in the 5th round at 140, I'm going to go with a player that I just feel is going to be a Green Bay Packer. He's met with them. I've heard a lot of rumors about him and the Green Bay Packers, and that is Dontayvion Wicks, wide receiver from Virginia. He's 6'1", 206, fits that Packers build. He's a lot better of an athlete than his combine shows. His stop-to-start ability, his burst off the line, his route running ability, he has strong hands. I think he's very underrated, and I think he could even go in the 4th round. I think it's excellent value in the 5th round. Like I said, I think he's a very pro-ready wide receiver. I do believe that the Packers are very, very interested in Dontayvion Wicks. I absolutely love this pick in the 5th round. I think he's a steal in the 5th round. I think he showcases exactly what the Packers want at wide receiver for an outside wide receiver, and I think he'll complement, Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs very, very well, and it's just an excellent piece to have adding into this wide receiver room. He's a wide receiver that can make very quick cuts. He has great balance. He has strong hands. I think he's a very underrated receiver in this draft class. I really liked him, and like I said, mocked him to the Green Bay Packers in the 5th round multiple times. So I really like the selection here. This was probably the most confident I was with one of the players in this draft, in this prospect class, that I thought the Packers were going to draft, and they did exactly that. But where Wicks excels is getting one foot in the dirt and bursting that direction. I feel like he's one of the best bursts in terms of making quick cuts, one-cuts on routes that I've seen in this entire draft class, and sell that slant. And at this point, Jamie's going, nah, I'm inside shade. I got this. This is locked down. So Wicks does it perfectly in terms of selling that inside route and turning it into a zig, whip, whatever you may call it. And he does it perfectly. That quick one-step stop to go, his quick twitch, one step in the ground ability, like I said, is just tremendous. Like I said, it's one of the best in the draft class I've seen. Tay Wicks, I thought he had an excellent game, and I'm not saying he's going to amount to what Davante Adams did, but I can't help but see Davante Adams in him, in the way he moves, his release package, the way he runs his routes, and how he looks with the ball in his hands. It's eerily similar. Like I said, I'm not comparing and saying he's Davante Adams or he's going to be Davante Adams. It's just the way he looks on the field is very, very similar. Dontayvion Wicks, another player that was super impressive in my opinion, 4 receptions, 45 yards. This guy continues to just get open, right? He reminds me a lot of Davante Adams in the way he moves, the way he releases, just thinking of the hips at the top of his route. It's a very shifty guy. Not saying he's going to be Davante Adams, massive shoes to fill, but in the way he moves on the field and gets open, it looks very, familiar in my eyes. Tay Wicks, another rookie receiver that I have been raving about this whole season, and how he's going to continue to get more snaps, and why, and because he keeps getting open and he keeps making plays on the football. Tay Wicks, 3 catches for 91 yards, a long of 35. It is an awesome play on that long of 35, catching the ball, breaking a tackle, getting upfield. We see Tay Wicks. I mean, how many times have we talked about Tay Wicks in the past 4 to 5 weeks and how he needs to keep getting more snaps? And he was the highest graded Packer on offense, so he had actually less snaps this week, which is still crazy to me because he's proven that he should get more snaps, at least 30 a game. Now, obviously, it depends on how many plays your offense runs, but last week he had 30 snaps against Pittsburgh, had a decent grade. This week he had 24 against the Chargers, and I believe was the leading receiver on the Packers. I think he had 96 yards on 3 receptions, and his success rate and yards per route run are some of the highest in the NFL. Like, this guy, when he's on the field, he's getting targeted a lot because he gets open and he's creating extra yardage. We saw that nice long play last week where he caught a ball across the middle, broke a tackle, took it for another 20 to 30 yards. I was raving about Tay Wicks all offseason after watching his tape, about how a defined route runner that he is and how he reminds me of Davante Adams in terms of the way he runs his routes. So really nice to see him starting to get more snaps and more targets and showing his ability. Tay Wicks has been amazing, for a lack of better words, for a 5th round rookie. He is 9th for rookie wide receivers with 591 yards and 4 touchdowns, and has shown potential that he could become a premier outside wide receiver for this offense, capping off his regular season yesterday with a 2-touchdown game against the Chicago Bears. Right now, with all the facts in front of me, all the film in front of me from his first season, I do truly believe that Dontayvion Wicks could easily become the #1 wide receiver on the Green Bay Packers offense. So much separation on defensive backs because he has so much lower body control and balance, and this allows him to kind of step out of his frame a little bit and kind of make unorthodox moves against defensive backs. And that's why I compare him so much to Davante Adams because he did the exact same thing. So for all the reasons mentioned, I truly believe Dontayvion Wicks can become a #1 wide receiver on the Green Bay Packers offense.
Yeah, drinking dope, turn me to a superhero, hit that pill.
And it's caught for a first down and a touchdown by Dontayvion Wicks.
Metro, don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you. I'm on that dope again, I'm on that flow again, switch up the flow.
Here's Love, finds Wicks, who bounces off contact. Wicks with a first down and more.
Candy in the cup, gotta get paid, king in the streets, young nigga made, spraying on the crowd, take it to the grave, ain't having problems on.
Here's a catch and a spinning grab by Wicks.
Nigga get rich, better take you to war, piss on your casket, shoot at your bra, do you something nasty, roll you in a car, bitch get graphic, fuck me in a car, I get your brand.
End zone, it is caught for the touchdown, Dontayvion Wicks.
Tennis bracelets and they came with the frost, Cuban links all the way up to your jaw, step up the swag when I step on a bra, $2 and a half, ooh that's the cheapest one, stacking these hundreds up, like coupons, told you from up again, upper echelon, I get the stacking up, I'm untouchable, I get to represent, money multiple, I'm at the top of the charts, unapproachable, bread by the loaf, turbo the motor, tic-tac-toe, kill another vulture, selling their bows, bitch do yoga, I deserve rewards, serving these boulders, 100 grand large when I shop, that's a total, fill up the garage, bitch I'm a